Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So I just watched this movie called There's Something in the Dirt. So it's by the same directors and the same cast members as The Endless, which is a movie I reviewed and I actually really enjoyed The Endless. The only thing I didn't like about The Endless was just the ending. Get it? The ending of The Endless. I thought it'd never end though because it's endless. What are you talking about? But this movie was an absolute disappointment. This movie was just awful. Like the camera angles and stuff, and the acting, and the storyline was all over the place. But the acting and the camera angles were terrible. It was really bad. Like, even though The Endless, had pretty much the same budget as this movie, they're both lower budget movies, The Endless was really well made. This movie is terrible. Like, this movie was made, like, quite a few years after The Endless, and it was even worse, but it had the same budget. It just felt really bad. It's about this guy who moves into an apartment, like this really crappy old apartment. He's just staying there for a while, and his neighbor or whatever start investigating his apartment because weird stuff starts happening, like objects are floating, weird sounds and lights and stuff like that, and then they start sort of trying to dig into the history of the place and why it's happening. Nothing is ever explained in this movie, not really. There's like a couple bits where you sort of gather that's what's happening, but it doesn't make any sense. The ending is really dumb and it doesn't end on a good note. And like the movie ends incomplete and it just feels very poorly made. It's very cluttered and there's a lot of random stuff happening throughout the movie that doesn't really need to be in the movie. I'm not really going to spoil it, but this movie just wasn't very good. I don't really recommend watching it because it wasn't anything, fantastic that you're missing out on. It was just it wasn't good. I was very disappointed because I like both of them as directors and characters in The Endless because they directed and starred in their own movie. Same with this one. But it was just horrible. Like, it was just really bad. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know if they would just all of a sudden went, oh, I haven't made something in a while. Let's go make something. And then they just sort of just, I don't know, went out and just did it. I don't think they had really a script or anything. It just felt very weird, very odd. The movie started off alright, and then the story and whatever started off pretty cool, but then it just didn't go anywhere with it, and it was really just a waste of the story and the waste of their script, if they even had one. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10, It started off alright, but then after that, it just went completely downhill and it just got worse, and then the ending was just one of the worst endings ever. Like, just horrible.